understand. Your love is no one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is no one in a million.
What's going on, man? So I just wanted to tell y'all before this video starts that if you have ever watched a video of mine, you know how all over the place they be. This video is kind of all over the place. There's a consistent message towards like halfway through. But yeah, if everywhereness bothers you, sorry. I might put like a little timestamp. I don't know. No, just watch the video. What's going on, y'all? Hello. So I was gonna come up here because I've been wanting to tell y'all about my trip to DC. I wanted to tell y'all about my trip to North Carolina. I just been wanting to chat with y'all about, all kind of stuff. But none of that stuff is really like in my heart right now. Like I could talk about it, but that's not where my energy is directed right now. Like those things are in the past. And I mean, I will get around to talking about them. But today, I want to talk about personal finance because it's something that I'm living through right now. And as a 22-year-old, I'm not being too hard on myself about it because I'm only 22. And I know some people that's 30, 40 years old and down bad. So it's really just a learning lesson. But I do want to talk about it. So right before I turned 22, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month, I don't know, I crashed my car, right? And that was like my only real expense, okay? And so right after I crashed my car, I really wasn't even too focused on buying a new one just yet because I knew that I was going to be going to DC for a week. So I was just focused on that. And then I came back from DC and I ended up in a different state for about a month. And so I really haven't even had to worry about getting a new car. But now that I'm about to go back to Atlanta soon, it's hitting me. Like, yo, the freedom is gone. Like, I'm gonna be cooped up in a house. Like, and because my cars have always been paid off, I've never really needed to keep a 9-to-5. Like, I've never needed real money. So I spent a lot of my time like business planning and like just obtaining information. And while all of those things that I was doing during, from graduation until now have benefited me, they haven't really brought in a lot of money. But I wasn't tripping because I didn't need it. And so now it's like, okay, I've got to go get a job so that I could save up to buy a car. And I'm not really mad about that. But it's just like, I was just thinking to myself, like, had I been planning, had I been working and saving, then it would have been nothing to just go to the dealership, cash out on a car. And so I was like, I had my legal pads on the floor. I don't feel like getting it. But I had got my legal pad, my pencil out. And I'm like, going through finances, seeing like, if I make this much per month, trying to see what reasonable amount of time would be necessary to set a goal to buy a new car. And I have decided on March, right? And the goal is so modest. Like, I'll tell y'all, it's $10,000, right? I never wanted a car note. I hate car notes because it requires me to work. So I definitely just, cash car me every single time. And so now it's just like, I was thinking, so I, like I said, $10,000 in 5 months is pretty modest. And I'll get a job and then have my side hustles going, and collectively, we'll do 10 bands. And so with my side hustle, y'all, I didn't I didn't plan for nothing but $100 a week. Like, you know how quick $100 a week could come, like, but when you planning money, I always like to go under than over, because say I plan $500 a week and I'm only getting $200. That means you gotta redo that whole plan, which is then gonna mess with the time. Anyway. What did I even come here to talk about? Just the fact that I have to buy a car. Like, PSA, I need $10,000. Like, I could really stand to be filling out a job application right now, which I'll end up having to do after this video. And I mean, it's not going to be hard to get a job. Everyone's hiring. It's almost the holiday season. But it's just like, freak. What the freak? I really have to go get a job, yo. And then, okay, and I was also thinking, like, if I don't want to go get a job and I just want to, like, bet on my business, then I would have to do $500 a week, right? And while I do believe I could make that shape, I need a car. Like, we can play this entrepreneurship game after I get the car. Like, a car, that's not negotiable. Like, I need that ASAP. Why is my eye always bothering me? I need that car ASAP. Like, I need a whip. Like, I need 10 bands to buy a car. That has to happen. So I'm gonna take the traditional route because I'm not too big to work a job. I'm gonna work me a job. I'm gonna stack my bread. And this is like the first time that I've ever had to really stack some cash, like, for a like short-term goal. Like, of course I stack cash to move out. I stack cash just to be in the savings. But this is the first time I've ever had to stack some money, like, for something specific, like short-term, like in a couple months. Like, so I really just came here to tell y'all, like, stack your bread so that if anything ever happened, you can cash out. Like, something happened to your car, you can go get that shit fixed. No problem. Like, I remember I had an ex-boyfriend. He had wrecked his car and he only had liability insurance. So he had to, like, wait a little bit, stack 3 bands to go get his whip fixed. He was driving an Acura truck at the time. And so I just and I'm kind of upset that I didn't allow that lesson to resonate with me deep enough that it put some fire under my ass. Like, okay, you need to have some cash stacked up in case, it start to rain. When that rainy day come, you need to make sure your bread good. Come on, yo. Like, it's just like, bro. Oh, I need a whip. I need 10 bands. Yo, this is like a mile marker. So our October 11th or 12th, I don't know. I think it's 11th. The October 11th mile marker. We could say 20. Hell, I could do 20 bands. It ain't nothing that could stop me. We're going to go 10 bands by March 31st. 10 bands by March 31st. I'm going to have $10,000 by March 21st to buy a car with low mileage, all cash. And yeah, because I wanted a BMW. I was going to buy a BMW when my car first got. Like, as soon as the insurance company sent my check, I had went out, found me a BMW. And I was like, I'm finna cash out on a BMW. Y'all, I go Find a BMW, test drive it, everything's cool, go get it looked at. The mechanic say this is nice, you should get it. I said, okay, cool. Me and the dealership man said $8,000 out the door before I even test drove the car. He said, cool, right? I go get the car looked at, come back. We doing paperwork. This man turned the screen around. That screen said 8.7. I said, sir, we did not say 8. He said $8,700. I said, you said 8 bands out the door. He said, oh, we can give you a couple months to pay the difference. I said, is 8.7 your final price? He said, yes. I said, sir, I'll see you. I said, have a good day. Not even I'll see you later. I said, have a good day. He said, ma'am, we could work something out. I said, no, because you're being dishonest and I don't even want to give you my money. So go on about your day. You could sell this BMW to somebody else that really want it. And somebody that got $700 more for you. Because the $8,700 wasn't the problem. It was the fact that you said $8,000 to try to get me, to decide on a car. And then go and try to sneak $7,700 in there. I don't even play like that. Because you dishonest. And like I said, I don't want this car from you. Because if you dishonest about a little money, I'm sure something wrong with this car. Like, even though the mechanic said it's good, I just can't trust you now. I can't trust you. So hopefully I can end up in another Honda. I loved my old Honda. Loved it. Hopefully I end up in another Honda. I don't know. But I just came to make this video so we could all look back on it come March 31st or before. And I said, in October, I was going to have 10 bands and cash out on a whip. And I'm going to come right back to this channel and celebrate when I cash out on my whip. Because I'm going to do it. And that's not for debate. And so after I buy my whip, I'll either do one of two things. I will either I probably ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll probably go back to living how I live now. I might, if it takes me until March 31st to get the 10 bands, then I'll probably work all of April and all of May. And then chill June and July. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Things will always change. But after I buy my car, I can focus on my business more. And really, while I'm working, because work provides such a consistent schedule, I could really be like planning and like making inventory and all of these things so that come March, I buy a whip in the beginning of April, and then April, May, June, July, August, and September, the next 6 months, I'll sell waist beads, anklets, and all of those things. Yeah. And then the latter part of the year, I'll move into bracelets. Yeah. So really, I'm going to use this time that I'm working to set myself up for next year. And that's the thing. A lot of entrepreneurs talk shit about people that work a 9 to 5. Not even like, I understand the value of consistency. Working Monday through Friday provides consistency. Like, you know what you're doing. You know your money gonna come. As long as you go to work, you're gonna get a check. And so I'm not above that. And I'm gonna use the time that I'm working to work on my business. So by the time it's time to make my business shake, everything is laid the hell out. It ain't no guessing, nothing. Everything's planned. All I gotta do is follow the plan. Yeah. Y'all remember this. 10 bands by March. Cop the whip. And then by then, because that's 5 months of planning. Is it October, November, December, January, February? October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months. That's 6 months of planning. 6 months of just getting things together. So when it's time, I already know what's going on. I'm just putting shit in motion. I like how that sounds. If you got something that you try and get done out there and you work a job, anytime that you're not working, you should be working on your business. So by the time it's time to put your moves in action, you already know what you're doing because you didn't took all this time to get ready for it. Y'all, don't let nobody tell y'all that working a 9 to 5 ain't cool. It is cool. As long as you taking your free time to yourself, a 9 to 5 is cool. And even if you don't have dreams of owning a business, a 9 to 5 is cool. Like, people don't want to tell you that when you're an entrepreneur, you might go a month and make $10 fucking dollars. But them 9 to 5 folks, they got to check every 2 weeks. They got to check every week. They money steady. Like, whatever. Anyway, I'll see about y'all.